Salve! I'm Cupidie, and today we're going to be looking at the myth of Orpheus. Now, Orpheus was an incredibly talented musician, the literal son of a muse. Which muse? We're not actually sure. We believe it was Calliope. Not Mori Calliope, but Calliope. Anywho, Orpheus' most popular myth is probably that of him and his wife, Eurydice. Now him and Eurydice were so in love, and they finally got married, only for her to die just a few days later. And so Orpheus, so heartbroken, decides to go to the underworld to beg Hades to give Eurydice back. And when he does just that, and he charms both the ferryman and Cerberus to finally come upon Hades. Now he tells Hades this tale of his tragic love story. So of course Hades is like, yeah, of course, I understand. I also love my wife. You can have her back. On one condition. You are not to look at her on the way up to the world of the living. And so Orpheus is like, yeah, of course, I can do that. Anything for my wife. I definitely won't look at her. It'll be fine. And so Orpheus and Eurydice make their way up and up and up, traveling for hours and hours. So Orpheus has his doubts. He's like, is Hades tricking me? Is she actually behind me? Because he can't hear her footsteps, and he doesn't hear her voice or breath or anything. Well, she's dead, so you know, what do you expect? And so they finally come to the light at the end of the tunnel, and he turns around to go, Eurydice, look, we're almost there! And of course she disappears. Because he turned around right at the end. So Orpheus returns to the world of the living on his own, losing his wife yet again. And that was probably the highlight of his life, except for something he did with the Argonauts, and his death was pretty tragic too. But I guess we'll visit that another time.